She feels his breath on her neck, cold as the grave. A grin of exposed bone stretches across his skull. His fingers, like the fingers of fate, are tangled in her lustrous hair. Before us on the panel, a pale young woman stands frozen in terror. Her lips are parted, nearly voiceless. A single tear traces down her cheek. The skeleton behind her leans in, its bony arm curling around her waist in an unsettling embrace. This is no serene scene. You can almost hear her ragged heartbeat under death's icy grip. This is Death and the Maiden, and it was painted in 1517 by the German Renaissance artist Hans Baldung. Baldung, a protege of Albrecht Dürer, was only in his early 30s, but he already knew how to capture nightmares in paintings. The medium is tempera on limewood, only about 30 by 15 centimeters in size, yet its power feels enormous, as if the figures could step out of the frame. We see her white skin and red lips, his black hooded cloak and grinning skull. But this is not just a moment frozen in color. It pulses with secrets. Why does Death smirk like a lover instead of a killer? What does that message above his skull say? In the next moments, we'll uncover the dark secrets buried in this centuries-old canvas, a secret that will chill you through your bones. His right hand is raised, not in cruelty, but in a twisted blessing. With bony fingers, he points downward. Below them lies an open grave, freshly cut. The earth is still loose and dark. "Here you must go," reads the old German inscription, hovering above Death's skull. "He musst duyen." In modern English, this ominous phrase simply means, "Here you must go." It's written in Gothic script as if on a tombstone. Baldung's death shade is giving her directions, not to paradise, but to the cold ground. This pointing gesture is a mock benediction. Baldung himself called this painting Death and Lust, linking the act directly to carnal desire. But the hollow-eyed skeleton offers no mercy. It's like a grim guide, pressing her toward fate. The young woman is clearly aware of what this means. Every desperate fold in her body tells us she knows time is up. Her fists are tightly clasped, knuckles whitening. She doesn't struggle against him. Instead, she prays. Her head bows slightly, as if she's accepting her doom. Look closely. Death's gesture is both intimate and formal. It's as if he were a priest giving last rites, except his sermon is silent and his altar is a tomb. He stands behind her, almost tenderly, his grin fixed on what comes next. "This way," he seems to say with that skeletal finger, "to the end of your story." Turn to her face. In the dim light of the painting, her eyelashes cast faint shadows on her cheeks. Her eyes are swollen and glistening, red-rimmed from endless tears. They stare out at us, begging. There are no weapons here, no fight. Only her trembling body. Her hands are raised to her chest. They found each other in prayer. She clasps them, as if locking away a secret hope that somehow this nightmare might still be a dream. Notice something shocking. She is completely naked. Baldung makes no attempt to shy away from the truth of her vulnerability. The only clothing she had, youth and beauty, is stripped away. The skeleton's hand twists in her hair, an almost tender hold. It's a violation, but also a caress. Her body seems to glow against the darkness, a fresh white rose caught in a spider's web. Does she fear him or trust him? She does not cry out. Her mouth is open, but the sound is lost to centuries. Instead of trying to run or scream, she wrings her hands together in a plea. Her gesture speaks volumes. Have mercy. Yet her eyes betray resignation. In them, you see that she knows. The bones behind her offer no mercy, only inevitability. This woman is not a faceless victim. She is a living, breathing girl, alarmingly real. You almost feel her labored breaths. Perhaps she is begging for just one more sunrise. But the skeleton knows this truth. Beauty is fleeting. Her red eyes on this canvas invite us to feel her fear. In this silent exchange, Baldung captured a universal moment of human terror. Now notice the closeness of their bodies. It's not a blow that holds her. It's almost affectionate. The skeleton's skull is mere inches from her ear. His jaw is slack, giving a grim smile that suggests he takes delight in the scene. His bony hand on her hip is firm, yet not brutally crushing. Instead, he is pulling her in, entwining their destinies. It's a perverse seduction. Baldung shows us death as a lecherous suitor, not a faceless executioner. This is why some call the painting Death and Lust. In the art of Baldung's time, sexuality and death were tangled together. A French scholar notes that in the 15th to 16th centuries, artists discovered a dark bond between sexuality and death. Baldung doesn't just show a skeleton, he makes it intimate. The way he grips her hair is almost loving, like a lover brushing a lock behind her ear. The woman's skin, her perfume, it's as if death can smell the life still in her. Why does this freak us out? Because it suggests something terrible, that death is not always distant. It can be close, sensually close. The dancer of the Danza Macabra led a corpse to dance. Baldung paints them clasped in embrace. Even his face seems to grin knowingly. Is it cruelty or a twisted form of mercy? You find yourself questioning it. Think of it like this. If love is a force that brings us together, here death is portrayed as the ultimate lover. The body that was kissed by life must now be kissed by death. Baldung is whispering that all lovers meet death one day. None of this randomness is by accident. Hans Baldung 1484 to 1545, loved green and the grotesque, hence Grian. He was a pupil of Dürer, but unlike his master, he chased after nightmares and witches. Where Dürer painted serene Adam and Eve, Baldung was the first German to paint witches, sorcery, and erotic horrors into his art. He carried on this theme many times. In fact, Baldung painted several death and the Maiden scenes. An earlier version, circa 1510, now in Vienna, shows a similar young nude combing her hair by a mirror, while death raises an hourglass behind her. The symbolism is obvious. Time is running out. Baldung returned to the motif with the Basel painting in 1517, our painting, and each time he made it more explicit. He even placed the first known pubic hair in European painting right here, daring viewers to face raw mortality and sensuality together. Scholars say Baldung's vision was unlike anything else in his time. He was as contemporary to Bosch as he was different. Where others hid or idealized the body, Baldung exposed it. He insisted on the raw truth that even the fairest maiden is made of flesh and will one day become dust. He was also living in a turbulent era. In 1517, Martin Luther hammered his theses and Europe was shuddering with new ideas. Baldung himself later supported the Reformation, but here he clings to an older truth. In a time of upheaval, his painting reminds us of something universal. No faith, no beauty can change that final command. He musst duyen. Long before Baldung, artists depicted the Danza Macabra, death leading kings and peasants in a dance of doom. Death and the Maiden is a more private version of that dance. A young woman confronted alone. Baldung painted it not to preach humility, but to unsettle our deepest fears and desires. Medieval viewers would have understood the symbolism immediately. Baldung's work is a shrine to memento mori, reminders of our mortality. The youthful maiden symbolizes fleeting life. Death symbolizes the inevitable end. The tomb at her feet and the words above leave no doubt. This was a popular theme in the German Renaissance, one Baldung revisited many times, yet his version stands out for its raw emotional charge. Every brushstroke serves the mystery. The painting's narrow vertical format forces our eyes up and down along the duo's spine. It's as if we're trapped in a coffin with them. The rich reds and whites of her skin contrast with his blue-black shadows, making it all the more vivid. Her warmth against his chill. By blending erotic allure and terror, Baldung summons the dual powers of Eros and Thanatos, love and death. He knew what Freud would later call our death drive. In 1517, he shows us that even innocence and desire carry a promise of doom. Step back and breathe. What has Baldung told us, if anything? In the silence of this painting, death whispers the greatest secret. Beauty, life, and pleasure are temporary. We all must follow. The maiden's fare is echoed in us. We recognize ourselves in her pale eyes, her tight hands, his loose grasp. It's a mirror of our futile clinging to youth. The text above can be heard as a truth sung softly. Here is where even she must go. Baldung's lesson is both chilling and compassionate. He doesn't celebrate death. He humanizes it. His skeleton is not a monster hiding behind clouds, but this close to humanity. The final revelation is quiet. We are that maiden. All of us stand, hair in death's grip, at the edge of our grave. The secret of death and the maiden is that it is all our secret. It is a hushed warning painted into eternity. No matter how seduced we are by life's beauty, the end will come, and so we leave her in that last desperate prayer. The skeleton smiles one final time. He has led her to the truth. In the hush of midnight, her final thought might be, "He must doyen."